My house is 10 years old, and now I'm trying to change it without change it myself without getting any help. So we are trying to plaster the walls. One of the walls was done professionally. This one, there were mud. Instead of doing it with cement, I did it with mud, with earth. Um, it was a professional person who did it, but now we are trying to um, create cob that is with cow dung. Oh yes, cow dung and grass, and this is sand because we scraped the cement and the fine sand off the walls so that we could get to the we could get to the bricks part. And after that we are just I've got a garden, so I got earth from there, which is my soil is luckily very clayey, so it's got earth and clay in it. So I've got sand, and I continuously do the havan, so I've got ashes from that, and grass, of course, weeds we've got. So we mix all that. It's 80% earth and roughly 20% of the cow dung and silt and ashes, the holy ashes, the havan ash, and all that we mix. And though there are cracks, this is just the first layer. We will be smoothing and plastering it with more earth. But I just wanted to devote one. This is the electricity plug points which we've covered with plastic, so that after doing the earth thing we'll remove it. I was just trying to see how much difference. Of course, I know even now there is a lot of difference between this room and the other rooms, because once we plaster it with earth, then we can keep spraying water on it, and this room will be cooler than the other rooms. So I just wanted to suggest that if you have your own house, and if you want to, then you could also spend your time doing this, and instead of later on, instead of increasing to the global warming and continuously trying to use the AC, because the AC will also, if there'll be no electricity, then we can't use the AC. Of course, then we've got the inverters, but then the flats and all, there are these burnouts and a lot of damage and fire caused due to the short circuiting and all, due to overload of ACs. So I was thinking that if a few of us who have our own houses and are fortunate enough to have gardens, if we can just dedicate one room where we can plaster the walls with with cob, with earth, and then we can spray water on it. So I think you and your children will enjoy it, because after mixing the cob with the hand, it is almost like um, it is almost like pudding, or like the cake icing. And if you can once get uh, the feeling that it is filthy, it is not filthy. My hands did not even become rough when I was when we were scraping the cement and sand. Then my hands became very rough, but when I was mixing the cow dung and the earth and the ashes and everything together, my hands were not without gloves, my hands were not becoming rough. So earth is like parasmani, it's like the sorcerer's stone. It takes in everything, but it does not harm. It always gives us peace. Even while making it, you feel so peaceful. And I'm sure that when I'll cover all the walls with earth and I'll put a lot of plants over here, then I'll be able to sit and meditate over here. So, if you want to create such a space in your house, I actually want to even dig the floor and make cover the foundation with soil and make a garden which I have made outside. There was a small kind of balcony, and the cement was breaking, so we broke the cement, and then we put soil over here, and then now it is such a beautiful garden, and it gives me so much of pleasure. So I was thinking that I'll break the floor of that room and make an internal garden over there with plants and flowers and soil. So it is a art in progress. It's a work of art in progress, and uh, I'm sure your children will love plastering the walls because you take it in your hand and you just throw it, and when it goes to the right place, then one feels like bullseye, you've hit the target, and it is fun doing it. So I think you can do it with your kids once you remove the stigma that cow dung is dirty. And the government, at least in UP, Uttarakhand, where I stay in Dehradun, very close to my house, there's this place where the cows have been given shelter, and it's a wonderful thing that the government has done. I'm so obliged to them. I hope one day the slaughter of hens and meat, I mean, goat and hen and other things will also be stopped. So these cows have been kept in a shelter by the government, and there is somebody. I think the government has people who they keep the cow dung outside, and they keep it. They dry it in the sun so that when I went to collect the cow dung myself and filled it in sacks and brought it home, because as we don't have any help nowadays, so I did not feel the stench, or there were no flies, or there was no stink close to the cow dung, because it was all very well dried, and um, it was beautifully. Even now, when I mix it, I don't feel that it is cow dung. And cow dung has a very important role. It, according to the Indian scriptures and mythology, the urine of the cow and the cow dung, I think a lot of Indians know this. It kind of disinfects the place wherever it is used. So if we plaster the walls with cow dung, or there's this gonile thing which is also being manufactured nowadays, which is made out of the urine of cows and phenyl. So you can even use that. If you cannot get cow dung, you can use this bottle of gonile with Patanjali has nowadays. It is manufacturing. If you get this, then you can use this with the earth and mm, clay soil and some, or just the earth and some. I'm sure you must be digging out the grass. So you just take the sand from when you scrape the wall, the sand will come, and then uh, you can sieve it, and then this you can use the fine sand and the earth from the garden, and you can use this gonile, and the earth should be maximum and the other things should be less, as I told you, 20% 80% ratio roughly. And there is no specific, don't be very tense about it, because anything you do is like you just keep plastering and just smoothing it out many times in layers, and you cannot go wrong. So there is nothing to go wrong, and there is nothing to be afraid of. And I think if each house has this, then we can also keep the any kind of virus or infection out of at least one room. And if this is successful, of course, I would try to do it to my other rooms also. plastering the walls. But as of today, and then this wall, which was there were bricks, and there was this wall which I made where there is no cement, it's only out of earth. Now it is 2 years now, and nothing has happened to it. Like, it's not falling apart just because I did not use cement in it. So we can do that, and anything which comes naturally to your mind, because this is what came naturally to my mind. This is what I could do with the things available close to my house. And family members, my son could not come, so it's just me and my daughter, so it's just the two of us doing it. And just with whatever is available, just do it peacefully, blissfully, happily, spiritually. When it is Gaia, after all, it is Mother Earth, and Mother Earth can never harm you. Mother Earth will always give you shelter, she'll protect you. And I hope a lot of families do this. And afterwards, when this is complete, I will try to I'll upload another video in which I hope to create a beautiful garden and fill it with whatever bamboo, ferns, flowers, whatever I get, and have a lawn inside the room, so that it is, because plants, they kind of cleanse the atmosphere. And the moment I go out, uh, there's this heaviness which I feel inside, and I feel tired and exhausted, and I don't know what it is. That is because of the energies. Like, we have too much of tension inside the house. We are always thinking, planning, and we are under stress. So all that stress gets absorbed in the walls, and the moment we come inside, all that comes to our mind, and we get stressed. And the moment we go out, because the plants don't take stress, they just quietly accept everything, sun, storm, shower, everything, and they just keep growing. So um, well, that is the place I've dug the earth from in my garden. And so, the plants give us solace, they give us life. And I think it is very important. This area, I was trying to make a room, but then now I am filling it with bricks, and later I'll fill it with earth. And then I hope I'll be able to salvage a garden over here, because trees are very important. Formerly, I didn't have these huge buildings coming around close to my house, and I'm so glad, I'm so grateful to Mother Nature and the universe that just outside our wall, well, we are lucky to have one plot free. That is the plot just next to my house, is not yet no house has been built on it. So and there are these wonderful trees which are naturally coming up next to the wall, which are protecting, I mean, giving coolness to the house. We must. All these wall to wall concrete buildings are creating a lot of global warming, a lot of disease. So please try to grow a lot of trees. Trees are the only things which can help us. It will make. I have been to a jungle 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and during the month of June, and there was not a single leaf. Like, it was, all the leaves were as if burnt, or the trees were leafless, but still the breeze blowing through that forest, which was a natural reserve. It's Chilla, close to on the other side of Hardwar bypass. So that, even at 4 o'clock in the month of June, it was so cool. The breeze was so cool. I could not imagine. It's a miracle. So please believe me, please grow trees so that we can get down the global warming, which is increasing. And once it goes out of hand, I think it's time that we break down our houses. And I am going to gradually break down the rooms and make more of gardens, indoor, outdoor, different levels, whatever. I'll fill my house with plants, and I hope there are a lot of people doing it, and only the people who do it know the beautiful, blissful, peaceful atmosphere that they have once they grow the plants. The plants are like, they are like Shiva, who is said to have taken in the poison the toxin. So the plants, they just take in toxic things from the air, toxin pollutants from the air, and they give us fresh oxygen. So please, please, it is high time that we all grow plants. If you don't have earth or land, then try to grow it outside, beside the roads, anywhere. It is very easy to do it. Just fill your whenever you have food, just fill a bucket or a packet with the peels of fruits and seeds, vegetable seeds and fruit seeds, and then just put it inside the earth or just throw it out. I've often thrown the organic peels outside when I could not go and dig it. I did not have energy, and outside my wall, trees are coming out. Trees are growing without my having planted them. So you see that you don't need to do a lot of effort. You just need to be mindful when you throw your wastes, and just throw organic waste in one place, and then just throw that next to the, either dig the earth and throw it next to the road, so that plants can come up, trees can come up. They will come up if you can water it good enough. Otherwise, they just grow in whatever condition. They have the tenacity, the capacity to grow. So let us save our earth, and let us help in whatever way we can. We have to increase earth and plants. Thank you.